Let's do it.
Are we in?
We're in.
Are we in? Wow.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello. What's been a hot second of us being little shitheads, pretty much.
We were gone, and now we're not, so you're welcome.
Now we're not. So you're welcome. Welcome back to this steamy pile of whatever this is.
Garbage, really.
Garbage.
Episode 51.
Wow. We know what we're going to talk about? Nothing. We're going to talk about where have you been? Is what you're asking.
Where you been?
And we're here to tell you.
What are you doing? What are you listening to? What
I'm gonna
are
be
you
real.
listening to?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real straight up. I'm not doing much. So
I'm
bored out my head.
I've been watching a lot of TV.
Yeah, me too. I started watching Sophia Nygaard, and I've pretty much caught up on Sophia Nygaard and all of her stuff.
So I
which
like
is a
her,
lot of her stuff.
but I don't like the way she talks.
I don't like the way she talks either, but I think her content is fun, so I kind of just ignore it.
We watched the CVS lipstick melting video last night, actually.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The candle one stressed me out big time.
I haven't watched that one yet.
Oh boy, it's stressful.
It is a little. Go ahead.
She buys one of every scent of candle from Bath and Body Works and just takes a melon baller out of the middle of all of them and then melts all of them together to make a mega candle.
I bet it smells like straight ass.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah. I don't... See, I wish I had enough money to where I could buy, 400 candles or something.
I think it was
and
sponsored.
melon ball them. Yeah, but that's still giving the money to do something that stupid.
Right.
I wish we got money to sit here and talk to each other. But we were going to do that anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. FYI.
Hey, anybody?
What?
No, go ahead. I was saying if anybody's out there, sponsor us.
Just anybody at all.
We're unemployed. Sponsor us.
We start a Patreon. We get 2 patrons, and they each give us $1 a month.
Yeah, I mean that would be more than what I'm getting right now, to be honest. So.
Truly. I was gonna say, FYI, listeners, the street that I live on is incredibly loud, and you might hear sirens because there's a hospital at the end of our street, and they're doing construction across the street, so there's a lot of loud, obnoxious trucks. So you may hear that in the background, and I apologize. We are not in the same room. We are 5 hours apart.
We are in 2 different states currently, which, our technological geniusness is really what is the glue that holds us together.
There's a question mark in parentheses behind geniuses.
Just the fact that I said technological geniusness is an indicator of how dumb
we are.
No, I am currently in Michigan. I moved to Michigan, and I live here now, and that's what I do. Luke has a big boy job. I guess I kind of have a job-ish. I don't really know what's happening to me, to be honest. It's all kind of what right now. It's kind of in the early stages. I do have an interview on Monday, so with another thing. So hopefully that becomes a thing. Wow, this microphone's dusty. Anyway, that's all about me.
Yeah, I'm in Indianapolis
here
now with Evan. Evan has a big boy job, has had a big boy job for about 1.5 years. And I'm still jobless, but it's fine. I have like 7 resumes out at this point. So that's something.
Yeah, got rejected from Target this morning. That was cool.
I'm happy.
Not you, me.
Yeah.
That was me.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I got rejected from a boutique the other day. They were like, yeah, we have plenty of staff. And I was like, who has plenty of staff?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Who doesn't need somebody to work 15 hours a week? I got a job at Urban Outfitters, and I got hired in May, and my first shift is July 2nd. And
That's
I'm
like next week.
Yeah, but like I got hired in May is the thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
been like I took that job because I needed immediate income, and I have yet to see a paycheck. So I'm like, money's rapidly depleting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got another month's rent looming over me.
I'm watching a distant family member's cat next week, or 2 cats next week. And one of them has diabetes, so I have to give him an insulin shot morning and night. But she's paying me decent, so
nice.
Watching her cats in her house.
You better get paid to give a cat a shot. That would make me cry.
He likes it. He begs for a shot because he'll start to feel like woozy, and he's like, "Oh, time for my shot," and he'll just stand there, and then you give him wet food. He's like 15 years old, and he goes, "That's his meow."
Oh, he's like, broken.
He's like.
That's what I sound like when I wake up in the morning. Every morning, like, Luke comes and, like, kind of wakes me up and tells me bye. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, bye, like, I love you. And then I'm like, because I'm just fresh, like, just freshly awake.
Mine is usually,
I always try to say, have a good day, love you too. And I'm just like,
yeah.
And it's just, no, it's not words. And then I go back to sleep. And I have an alarm set for 7:30 and 8 because I always think I'm going to wake up at 7:30 and I don't ever. I don't know what makes me think that I have that in me.
So I've, this week, decided to get my life together. And I've been...
Just this week.
Just this week. We've been out of school for a month, and just this week I've decided that it's time. Anyways, you know I've been getting up at 8, and Evan leaves around 8:15, 8:20. So I usually brush my teeth, and then I'm like, okay, bye. And then he leaves. But this morning, at 7:40, he decides to be as loud as humanly possible.
Good.
Putting his pants on. And like
How does one put on their pants loudly?
There's a way to do it quietly when you're 3 feet from somebody's head, and then there's just the way that people put pants on. And he leaves his belt in his pants because he wears the same pair of jeans all week. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, because he'll put both legs in.
And then, like, jump and pull him up?
Yeah, he'll, like, pull him up, like, a quarter of the way, and then another, like, he just does it for, like, 15 minutes, I feel like he's putting on pants. And the whole time his belt's going, clink, 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 clink. And I literally looked at him, and I looked at my phone, because I was like, I set an alarm for 8, and my alarm hadn't gone off. So I was like, maybe I didn't set my alarm. Because I was watching Lilo and Stitch before bed last night, so maybe I forgot. But I look at my phone, it says 7:41, and I looked at him, and I said, why the fuck are you being so loud before 8 a.m.? And he just laughed at me. And he goes, aw, you're so nice in the mornings.
And then you kicked him, and then you roundhouse kicked up out of the bed into his face.
Goes to the other side of the bed, and he gets his Swell bottle, and you know when you unscrew the lid on those, they go, oh my god. And so I just got up early, and I was mad about it. Nice. Thanks a lot, Evan.
Luke's he's usually pretty good about it. Sometimes, though, I can hear him eat his cereal from the living room. And I'm, like, not a super fan of that. But he's usually decent. But he also, like, refuses to close the closet door in the bedroom. So it's already open. And that's the thing that's loud. So it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, we keep the closets open at night.
Yeah. He keeps them open all the time, and if I close them, he will come home, and he opens it, and then leaves it open. So I just don't close it anymore, because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Evan used to just leave it open, too, and I'm like, it's a slide door. Like, it's real easy to close. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Also, cabinets. He leaves cabinets open. He'll, like, put the dishes away, which I'm like, I greatly appreciate you putting the dishes away, but also close the cabinet.
The other day, I microwaved something, and I left both the cabinet where the bowls are and the microwave open. I came and sat on the couch to eat my whatever, and I looked over, and the microwave was wide open. It's like, what am I doing?
Good.
We're not talking about anything our podcast is about.
No, but we're catching up.
Yeah,
You see, we're catching up. You know, we moved in with our significant others. You've lived with Evan before, but I've never lived with Luke before. So we got to talk about that adjustment.
Luke and I got that's for sure.
Yeah, we got into a slight tiff about the toaster oven last night.
Well,
but
and Luke tried
it was more like
in a microwave, so or in a toaster.
Yeah, and then the next day it literally blew up on me. And he didn't put the fork in the toaster though, so it wasn't related. But it was just like, oh man. But yeah, and then my toaster blew up on me, and because I was toasting a bagel and it stopped toasting, and I went to unplug it because I was just going to reset the outlet because I thought maybe that was the issue, and it just blew up and turned the outlet black, turned my hand black. It didn't hurt or anything, but I was just like, it scared the shit out of me. And then so I put in a maintenance request, and I had to run and get something from Target really quick. So they came and did it while I was gone, which I was glad about because I didn't have to associate with anybody. But then they left it was completed at this time, and then on the back it had a note section, and they were like, I recommend that you don't use that toaster anymore. It's old. And I was like, it fucking blew up on me. Of course I wasn't going to go plug it back in and try again. Duh. I don't have a lot of brain cells, but I do have enough not to electrocute myself intentionally. Yeah. You know? The first time, it wasn't my fault. But if I would have done it again, it would have been my fault. So, okay.
Yeah, it's not like you were you know what sounds great? Blowing up a toaster. Sounds fucking sick.
Yeah. I wasn't like, okay, well that happened once. Let's try it again. Yeah. No, I'm not dumb. Should we talk about something relevant?
Yeah.
I think that got really loud just now. Sorry, everybody.
I've been to 2 live music events so far since I've been in Indy. We went and saw Lizzo at Pride, which was really cool. I watched a girl almost die. She got carried out and she was holding her throat and she was going and I was like, oh, that girl did something drug that's bad. She was being carried out by cops.
Oh jeez.
And then I went and saw Don DeMissile again, and a lady called Lauren Ruth Ward opened for her, and she is so cool.
Lauren Ruth Ward.
Definition of hippie chick. Her
good
maraca or shaker is literally a mushroom. She made it out of paper mache, and it's a little mushroom.
That's cute.
And her guitar, she drew little flowers and mushrooms on it, and her signature logo thing is a scorpion because she's a Scorpio.
Scorpit. And
so she her merch was basically a drawing of her naked and then a scorpion with its claws over her boobs. She was really cool. And she honestly sounds better live than she does recorded, which is always really good.
And also, you went to the Hi-Fi. That's a good venue. Yeah. I like that venue a lot.
Trying to get a job there.
Yeah. I got a really expensive beer there once.
Yeah.
Well, it was a cider because I'm gluten-free. But, yeah.
Yeah. They have Sun King there. They partner with Sun King Brewery, which is an Indianapolis brew.
I have not seen any live music because I don't leave my home. I have been. I guess the most exciting thing that's happened to me really is I have been going to the gym, which, woo. I go to the gym now. I work at the gym. I run their social media, which is kind of fun. But I took a bar class last night, and that kicked my ass, and I hurt a lot everywhere, perpetually. And I've also been doing Zumba.
Wow.
And there's a bunch of old people in the Zumba and the bar class that make me look absolutely pathetic, and that makes me feel worse because they're in their mid to late 60s, and they're over there just going hard, and I'm over there literally laying flat on my face. So
did you see that 103-year-old woman that ran track and field and set a world record?
No.
And they interviewed her, and she was like, I'm just out here to show everybody that even at an age like this, you can still do what you like to do.
I have never run before.
I know. I would tell my gym teacher that I did in one more lap than I actually did for the mile. Like I would run one lap short of the mile.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I used to run a lot when I played softball because, believe it or not, I was once an athlete in my youth. I've now reached the ripe old age of almost 23.
Ew, Evan turns 25 in 2 weeks, and that's disgusting.
Yeah, Luke turns 23 in August, and then I turn 23 in September because we're old shits. My body is telling me that also. It's like, you are an old little shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yes, I know. I wake up every morning and have to sit on my ass for 4 hours, drink my coffee because... Anyway, that's not relevant. I'm going off on my tangent. What was I talking about? Oh, I played softball and I used to run, but like I wasn't good at it, at running or playing softball.
No, I'm bad at running, which people are always like, how can you be bad at running? Well, trust me, you've never seen me run. I am bad at running. I'm not supposed to do it because I do it so poorly that it has, at this point, injured me.
Yeah. It's like, if, like, okay, I know that you have to build up your endurance or whatever, but like, I can run 0.1 miles and I'm like I cannot breathe and I'm almost on the verge of puking. And I know that's plus because I don't run, but it's like, if it's that bad that early, why would I start?
Well, see, that's the thing. That's not even my problem. I physically move my legs incorrectly.
Like just falling over?
Like, they just don't move correctly. And it's bad. Also, one of my legs is significantly longer than the other. Like, everyone has one leg that's a little bit longer than the other. Mine are significantly different. I didn't say that word right, but it's fine.
Significantly different? You should get one of those shoes that's like a block.
I had an insert for my shoe at one point, and then I lost it, and Evan was mad. He was like, why would you lose that? I was like, yes, because I lost it on purpose. Thank you so much. But anyways, apparently every time I run, it's like jumping into a deep hole with one of my legs. And I was like, sick.
Yeah, so then why would you do it? Yeah. You know?
Just not going to do it.
No.
What have you been listening to?
Other things. What have I been listening to? Well, I've been listening to my playlists that never change. But I've also been listening to, like, while I'm working or something, there's this playlist on Spotify. It's called Lush Lo-Fi. Mm-hmm. And Paul showed it to me. It is so good just for, like, chill ambiance music while you're doing something. Because if I'm, like, working, I can't really have lyrics or else I'm not focusing enough. So, like, I'll put that on if I'm, like, editing or something and I have to be a little more, like, it's really good.
I used their chill lo-fi study beats when we were in college, and that's what I'll use if we're doing, if I'm doing any editing or work of anything.
Yeah, I like it's like not music you have to focus on, but it like makes I don't want to say the word vibe. I do not want to, but I do not know how else to describe it. And I say it unironically. I don't want to be like, it's like the good vibe. But it is like okay, you know what? Never mind. Also, I, of course, have been listening to My Favorite Murder. And the Exactly Right Network that they started, I don't know if you listened to the Murder Squad yet.
Mm-mm.
With Billy Jensen and Paul Holes. It's so good. So they do, like, unsolved murders. Nice. And they give you, like, an assignment. It's, like, citizen detective shit. Because it's, like, unsolved murders. And they're like, if anybody has anything, contact us. And we'll, like, get it to where it needs to go or whatever. So it's really good. So it's just, like, unsolved murders. Or it'll be, like a serial killer that, like, they know that there's more victims out there, but they can't identify them or, like, can't connect it somehow. So it's, like, pretty much just crimes. And it's, like, if you know anything, contact us and we'll take care of it. So that. And also, Hippocampus released a demo album of Bambi. Mm-hmm. Man, that's some good shit. I won't talk about it too much because I think we should talk about it, like, as an album. 1 week.
Well, we already did
Maybe.
Hippocampus Bambi.
But it's their demo album. Or we don't have to. I'll just talk about it now. It's just good. And like they have obviously it's demos, but they have like alternate versions, and I think there's a song on there that didn't get released maybe. It's really good. But the one that I really liked was Mistakes, which is the first track on both albums. And the demo is wildly different and just so good. It's like he's singing with the like auto-tuney harmony stuff, which is kind of a thing in the actual version, but like it's, I don't know, it's just really good. That's all.
Okay. I've been listening to a lot of ignorant rap because it's so fun. Like,
yeah, you sent me that, and I'm like,
okay, so I sent you a song called Depression, and it was by Kenny Beats and Zach Fox. And Kenny Beats is a producer, and he has this series on YouTube called The Cave, and he brings in popular rappers to do just a fun freestyle, and he builds a beat in 10 minutes, and then during those 10 minutes they can either write a freestyle or just be funny and like do whatever. It's just a really cool way to like kind of see rappers' personalities more in the room. Like he had Doja Cat on recently, and she, yeah, you know Doja, she's the one, bitch I'm a cow, bitch I'm a cow, yes, that girl. But Zach Fox's freestyle was fucking hysterical, and it got so much hype specifically on TikTok that they decided to release it, and a portion of the proceeds are going towards, I think, a mental health nonprofit, which is great. But the song's hilarious. So I've been listening to a lot of Rico Nasty and Megan Thee Stallion, and she's bomb. Like, she's really a good rapper. There's a lot of really, really good female rappers coming up right now. Megan Thee Stallion, Rico Nasty, Doja Cat.
Leah Craft.
Yes. There's a lot of really good female rappers coming up right now, so I've been listening to a lot of that. Specifically, I really enjoy Rico Nasty's song Big Titties. It's a good song. It has Earth Gang on it. But completely opposite of that, I've been listening to a lot of an artist named Clay. Also been listening to a lot of King Princess, Faye Webster, Loyal Carner. John Bellion just released 3 of his acoustic tracks.
Oh, yeah.
And those are perfect. And he actually, started his own music label.
I saw that.
Beautiful Mind. The first artist that he's signed is Lawrence, the band, which we've covered before. And they're actually on tour together right now. So they're opening for John on his GSP tour, which I'm going to in August.
I was going to say, aren't you guys going to that?
Yes.
You got those tickets like months ago.
We got them the day that they were released, which was silly because it's at White River. So, like, obviously there's plenty of tickets, but
yeah,
we had to make sure that we got tickets.
Man, White River. What a good place to be.
It really is.
So much room to thrash about.
There is a lot of room to thrash. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been listening to. Podcast-wise, mostly just My Favorite Murder, but Lindsay told me about this podcast called Dr. Death, and it's a 6-part series. I don't know if I sent it to you or not.
I don't think so.
Or if you've listened to it, but it's a 6-part series. So it's short. They're all like an hour long, if that. And it's about this surgeon in Texas that basically he ruined the lives of 33 people. Within 2 years, he did 33 surgeries. Only 3 of them were successful. Or he did 36 surgeries. 3 of them were successful. 2 of them resulted in death, and the other 28, 29, these people were either paralyzed, severely injured, have chronic pain, have, like, their lives are ruined because of this person. And he thinks that he's done no wrong. He thinks that he's going to get parole. He's in prison for life now. He thinks that he's going to be able to appeal his sentencing and get his medical license back. Like, he's fucking crazy. And if you look up a picture of him, he is literally crazy. His name's like Christopher Dench, I think is his name. But it's really interesting. And it almost sounds like you're, like, in the kitchen while somebody has investigation discovery?
Yeah.
That word did not sound correct.
Investigation Montgomery.
Yep. Like, it sounds like there's a documentary happening in another room. And it's interesting and good and short, so that's what I've been listening to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anything, should we talk about anything else we've been, like what we've been watching? Or should we shut up and get out?
I've been watching, so Handmaid's Tale came back on. I think there's been like 5 episodes that have come back out, and the season's really interesting. Also, Big Little Lies came back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not Pretty Little Liars, Big Little Lies.
Pretty Little Big Liars.
Pretty Little Liars did start a, like, spin-off series, though.
I didn't watch that show ever. I had no desire.
I started it when it, like, came out, and then it got to the point where, like, I was 16 years old, and I was like, this still is DVRing, and I'm still watching it, but I fucking hate this show. It was one of those shows that I was only watching because I had watched since the beginning, and I needed a conclusion.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Like, it was great when I was 12.
Yeah. I could see my 12-year-old self being into something like that, but now I could literally care less about. It was like when I was into Gossip Girl. Like,
I see, that's something I've never watched is Gossip Girl.
I tried, and I watched like the first season and a half. And, you know me, I can't sit down and, like, watch a lot of a show, like, at once. Mm-hmm. It takes me a very long time take me a very long time. Like, the fastest thing I've ever done was I watched all of The Office in one summer. Yeah. Which was fast for me. Like, I know some people are like, I watched all of The Office in a week and a half. And I'm like, oh, it took me 3 months, but I did it. I just can't focus that long.
I just watched all 8 seasons of Shameless in, like, 2 weeks, so.
Good. I started watching that, the documentary called The Staircase.
Is it about the staircase murder?
Yeah. It's terribly made. It's terrible. Mm-hmm. It's awful. And I don't really know why I'm watching it, because I already know that case and that murder, but it's just, like, so interesting to see the guy, you know, and they like called him. They're like, oh, like, this guy's saying that you, like, you know, did this and did that, and he's like, oh, what? Like, it's just so bad. He's just so bad at hiding it, and I'm like, how did, like, these people on his defense team? I'm like, you guys are just oblivious. Like, and it's like kind of like I think that they also know, because they're like, yeah, he said that, ooh, and it's just like. God, it's terrible. Yeah. But it's also, I also can't stop. Like, I like, sit and I just, like, stare. Luke started watching it with me, and he's like, this is stupid. Mm-hmm. Like, well, you know, it is what it is.
I might start When They See Us this week.
Oh, yeah. I need to watch that also. Oh, man.
Stranger
Should we wrap it up?
Starts soon.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just thinking.
No, you're good.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
I was just thinking we should maybe wrap it up, because now we're just kind of like, also.
Yeah, because we didn't have a specific thing to talk about, really.
Also, sometimes, another thing that happened to me is we got a Nintendo Switch, and I play a lot of Super Smash Bros. So that's fun, and I'm going to be a Twitch streamer. Wow. I told Luke that we should start a Twitch channel. Okay, I'm going to actually put this out there into the world. Let me know in the comments of all 4 of you that listen to this podcast, including our moms, which is half of it, if you would be interested in a Twitch channel of me playing video games really badly and or Luke playing them well, me reacting to said well playing, because he like plays Dark Souls and I'll sit and watch him and I'll just like have a stupid running commentary. And if anybody at all would be interested in that, I am willing to play video games really, really shittily for you all.
That's funny. You know where you can tell Leah if you want that? On Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You could even do it on our YouTube channel, because even though this is audio only, there will still be a video up. Well, we're not quite sure how we're going to edit it yet, but that's okay. You can find us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that you can listen to a podcast. We do have a Friday Faves playlist. If I'm going to be honest with you, it hasn't been updated since like February. But there's music there if you want to listen to it.
There's still maybe we should start a new one.
Okay.
Or maybe, no, I don't know what it would be. Like, maybe we should start, like, you know what, forget it. I don't know what my idea was. If it comes to me in any kind of solid form, I'll let you know.
Okay. Next week, we're gonna do Atlanta Millionaires Club by Faye Webster. She's pretty neat. And that's all.
And that's it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Goodbye. Also,
that's all, folks.
We'll
have
a musical. Have a musical
Monday.
The end.
Bye.
Bye.